I'm with Glenys Kinnock, Socialist member of the European Parliament and one of the leading members of its International Development Committee. Glenys, last week the Parliament adopted a resolution on Darfur, backing the deployment of a hybrid UN-EU peacekeeping force, and the Khartoum government's already agreed to the need for such a force, but nothing's happened. Can you tell us about this initiative and what else, how the EP is pushing for this?
What we see in Darfur is more and more prevarication, more and more delays, which are the result of the Khartoum government really wanting to manipulate the situation and to continue with their unfettered attacks on innocent civilians through the Janjaweed forces, who are their surrogates, and through bombing from the air with their own planes. The hybrid force has been accepted by them, but the UN, according to Khartoum, would only have an advisory role, and as things stand, the whole thing would not even kick in until at the very earliest next spring. Meanwhile, the people continue to suffer.
And do you think there'll be enough political support for this?
The political support, the international support is substantial, but of course the major problem that we have is at the UN, where whenever the international community, the EU member states, the UK and others try to press for action on Darfur, sanctions and so on, then the Chinese and the Russians, the Chinese is of course exploiting the oil wealth that Sudan has, and they have an interest in that, and the Russians supplying arms, so they will block any effort that at the United Nations level is intended to put pressure on Sudan.
Okay, and talks are scheduled to continue to try and hammer out the Darfur roadmap. What does the Socialist group want to see in that roadmap?
Well, the Socialist group of the European Parliament is very committed to ensuring that the peace process in Darfur can be effective and speedy. At the moment, we still don't see all the rebel groups signing up, and we still see an unwillingness from the government in Khartoum to really engage with the peace process. I've been to Darfur and I've seen the suffering of the people. I've talked to women who have been raped, whose children have been taken away from them, women whose brothers and family members have been beheaded in front of them. These are the kind of stories you hear. Thousands of people, millions of people displaced, are refugees, are away from their homes and away from the kind of security they need. The world has to react to this tragedy. I believe it is a genocide. I believe that the international community must stand up to the government of Khartoum and must end the suffering of the people of Darfur.
Thank you very much, Glenys.